And Marcus, you are a rapper and the CEO of TEFLYON. How did you become a rapper? Yeah.
Well, I started rapping since I was about 9. You know what I'm saying? When I was young, I seen my family get murdered in front of me. So,
Oh, nice.
so music was the way to escape that childhood rage and things like that. So.
What do you mean you saw them get murdered in front of you? Who murdered them? Like real murder?
Yeah.
So somebody shot them down?
Yeah.
What? Can you say what happened?
Well,
you don't have to say the name.
No, it's all good. Well, somebody that was staying with us, you know what I'm saying? My mom back in the day was kind of like a big fish back in the hood. So when she decided she didn't want to be in the streets no more, wanted to move us out the hood and raise us right and do the right thing, that's when they went behind her back and told a few other people that she planned on leaving, and they put a hit out on her and killed the whole family. I was the only survivor.
Really?
Yeah.
So they killed your mama, your brothers and sisters and everybody?
My mother, my brother, and 2 others that was living with us.
And you were in the house when it was happening?
Oh, yeah.
And how old were you?
I was 2.5.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And did that affect you?
Oh, yeah.
In what way?
Well, it made me angry a lot. It made me grow up with a lot of rage. Always wanted to fight, you know what I'm saying? Never knew why I was angry until I started to get a little older, started to ask questions and stuff. So, you know.
And you were 2 years old, you say?
Yeah.
And how do you remember that at 2 years old? I don't know if I remember what happened at 2.
You know, it's crazy because I remember a lot of stuff. Even before that, I remember like my mom doing stuff. My mom taking me to like a storage place. My mom doing one of my cousin's hair in the sink and stuff. And I remember my mom having a fight with a lady too. She beat a lady with a broom one time. So.
With a broom?
Yeah, I remember all that.
But I can't imagine having a life like that growing up.
Yeah. So.
It used to not be that way. I just never. That's amazing. And so, are you still angry about that?
Nah.
You got over it?
Yeah, I got over it.
How?
Well, music. What I do, I use music now to music in my anger. I use it now to motivate me to do better and to help people. So now what we do, we tour across the world and stuff, bringing a lot of people from different inner cities who don't have opportunities, and we bring them on tour with us and, you know, show them that there's a bigger place outside of just being in the hood. There's a bigger place out there, like, you know, and a lot of people want to do music and there's no one to give them a proper outlet, so.
And that's what TEFLYON does?
Yeah.
It help other musicians and stuff like that?
Yes, everybody especially people who come from places like me and Savo, like, we grew up poor, you know what I mean? We relate a lot, you know what I'm saying? So no one never came down, no one ever gave us money, no one ever gave us opportunity. I had to go out there, figure my way out.
Yeah.
And once I figured that out, I came back to say, listen, I got the game plan, follow me, we're gonna make it happen. So.
And so how long have TEFLYON been around?
About a good 25 years.
Oh, it has?
Yeah.
And it's doing well?
Oh, yeah.
Are you a Christian?
Yeah.
You're a Christian?
Yeah.
And why do you say, yes, you're a Christian?
I was raised in a Christian family.
You were?
Everyone believed in God and Jesus, everything like that. My great-grandmother always kept us all together, and all we did was pray. My cousins and everybody sing and everything like that, so, yeah.
And so when you were young and that happened to your mother, was your father around?
Nah, my father he was an entertainer around that time, so he was just out, you know, doing his thing and stuff, so.
And did he raise you after your mother was murdered?
Oh, yeah.
He raised you?
Yeah, he did.
You went to live with him?
Yeah.
That's good.
Oh, yeah.
And so are you close to your father?
Yeah.
You love him?
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Were you surprised when you met Kevin and he was a poor white guy?
Yeah.
Were you surprised?
Yeah, I was definitely surprised.
Had you met a poor white person before? I never met a poor white person.
Well, you know, like
Jesse doesn't know about the poor whites.
Yeah.
They always drop out of the statistic. They say, look at how well white people are doing, and nobody says, look at the white trash.
Well,
they are useless.
Well, growing up where we from, I have a lot of poor white friends. You know what I'm saying?
You do?
Yeah. None of them, I don't know. No.
You never introduced us.
So, you know what I'm saying? But meeting Kev and we always crossed paths when we were doing shows. You know what I'm saying? And I always was on stage and watching them perform, saying, yeah, them the dope white boys. That's what I always said to myself. Like oh yeah, them the dope white boys, because I never knew their names. So then one time we just crossed paths and he hit me up about the movie and everything, about the opener movie. Say, hey man, I got this character and the character is kind of developed around your personality and everything. Will you be interested? And I'm like, yeah, let's go for it.
It's also kind of funny. I'm not from his city, but my family, the Puerto Rican side of my family, is from his city, and they killed a few of my family members back in the day too. It's a chaotic city with the gang affiliation that's out there. Yeah. So that's actually part of like the family legacy that I was like raised on. Like this is what happened in Bridgeport in the '80s and things like that. And I'm like, you know, and they got a few of your older cousins, and I'm like, oh shit, it's a crazy family story.
What a mess.
Yeah.
And so, were you a slap maker?
A slut maker?
Probably still is.
All right, so explain slut making so then I can answer correctly.
Men who have sex out of wedlock.
Men who have sex out of wedlock. Yeah. I guess I was young. I was definitely a slut maker.
I'm sorry?
I guess when I was younger, yes, I was a slut maker.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, slut maker.
You a slut maker?
Yeah.
And so
now I'm a queen maker.
What's that mean?
That's a fucking new one.
Now I'm a queen maker.
What's that?
I make love to my queen, that's it.
To your queen?
Yeah.
So you're married?
No, I'm not married. I'm engaged though.
You're engaged?
Yeah.
So when you say you make love to your queen, are you saying you just dating one woman now?
Yeah.
You're no longer a slut maker?
Nah, no more slut maker.
And which is better, to be married to one or a slut maker?
Married to one is cool.
I'm sorry?
Married to one is cool. Slut maker, that's too much energy, too much.
Yeah.
Too much. Like, I'm good with that.
Do you have children?
Yeah.
How many?
I got 7.
What the?
Yeah.
Yeah. By different women?
Yeah, but check it out, though. I got custody of both of my oldest.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I raised them. Same way my dad raised me, I raised my kids. And I got 2 who's my stepkids, but they're also my kids, too. You know what I mean? Cause
your girlfriend...
Yeah, she has 2.
She has 2.
Yeah.
And you have 7.
Well, I have 5.
Plus her 2.
Plus her 2, and we have 1 together. So that whole thing makes 7.
And so how many different women you have the 5 with?
Nah, they all got different mothers.
All 5?
Oh, yeah.
All 5 have a different mother?
Yeah.
What a slut maker.
We did the math one time and took...
What the?
We did the math one time, the entire Save-A-Hoe cast all together, because my brothers and I are the only ones in the Save-A-Hoe cast, I think, that don't have kids.
Right.
And OC has like 5 kids also.
Yeah.
And Courtney has 1, and
Are they all
Phoebe.
black?
No, not all of them. Courtney's white. But we did the math once. The entire Save-A-Hoe cast has produced 48 kids or so.
Whoa.
Yeah. We getting them ready for the next generation of the Savo.
I dodged that one intentionally. No kids for me.
Kevin, you don't have kids, right?
No, never will.
Oh, you don't want kids? Why not?
The world's getting too crazy.
But what it had to do with you, though?
Because I can't control what's out there.
But you can control what happens with you and your family.
Yeah, and I understand that. It's actually a task that I'd be pretty well fit for.
You do well.
Yeah, I know I would do well, and women have told me I do
We need
well.
men and women to bring in children that we don't want everybody to be crazy.
But you know what? In my opinion, there's just too much to combat. You don't want to shield them from the world. You want to let them interact with the world, but to sort of let them know that what's out there right now is off the wall crazy. But they still need to associate with other kids. They still need to get a taste of the world, and the world could take them in the wrong direction.
But if you're right with the Father, if you're being guided by perfect love, then that's what they're going to be guided by. So when they go out into the world, they won't be affected by the world. They'll be the light of the world.
Yeah, I believe that also. I think I'd be a good dad that could install good morals, but also...
Oh, you did such a good job with your brothers, man.
I was just about to say, I partially raised my brothers, so I already sort of feel like I had the responsibilities of a father, because I have, I'm only 27, but I have the energy of like a bitter, old, conservative man, because I run a household. I already felt like I had to raise teenagers, so now I have the energy of responsibility. I'm starting to think that responsibility is what ages you. When people say I'm mature, I'm like, I don't think it's because I'm slick or I've been with a lot of women. It's because I've lived the life of asking people why in the hell you would put a towel next to the hamper when the hamper's right there, running a household, making sure everybody's not out in the streets, causing trouble. But then on the flip side of that, learning to let go and do the serenity prayer and be all in with the fact that I can't control life, and that trying to even control my brothers, certainly never try to control women, never try to control life, because that only like brings you suffering, is where that whole thing brought me full circle. So at the end of all that, I'm not producing any more Save-A-Hoes.
Hey, Jesse, you have kids?
I do.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
How many?
I have a son, 2 grandkids, and 2 great-grandkids.
Nice.
My granddaughter, she and her husband having another, so.
Oh wow.
3 great-grandkids.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
Amazing.
Amazing. Absolutely.
Were you able to forgive the people that murdered your family?
Well, not really.
I'm sorry?
I said not really.
And why not?
Because that's something that he chose to do. You know what I'm saying?
Who?
The person
that did
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The person that did it.
Yeah.
So one person did this?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he murdered his own girlfriend that day too.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a mess.
And his best friend.
What's wrong with him?
He wanted to get to the top. You feel me? So.
Is he in prison now?
Oh yeah.
Oh. And why don't you forgive him?
Probably one day I will.
Why haven't you forgiven him?
Why haven't? Because I believe maybe one day, and I don't even know when that day's gonna come, but I would like to forgive him in his face. I want to tell him in his face, like, I forgive you.
But you may not ever see him. Why you need to see him in the face?
I mean, I'll probably go to visit him.
Oh, so you know where he's located?
Yeah.
And but right now you have not forgiven him.
Nah, I ain't make it there.
What does it feel like to live a life of unforgiveness?
Well, to be honest, I really don't think about it as much. It don't bother me. You know what I'm saying? It's something that happened, and you know, it shaped me to be who I am today. Because I seen that happen to my family. Now I'm raising a family now, and and Savo will know, like, I'm like probably like one of the best dads ever when it comes to my children. And I raised my children, my stepkids, and I also raised my children's brothers and sisters that their mothers had in different relationships after me. So
are you involved? You're involved in all of your children's life?
Yeah, and their brothers and sisters as well.
But definitely all of your kids you take care of them.
Yeah, every single one of them, every day.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So you see them all the time?
Every day.
How old are the youngest and the oldest?
The youngest is 2, the oldest is 18.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that nice range. I got the 18-year-old, I got the 2-year-old, and we got everyone else in the middle.